told your friend you're not okay.
New York City was no longer just the city that never sleeps. Today, it seemed to have lost its breath. Thousands of eyes, from casual pedestrians to international entertainment journalists, were suddenly focused on one figure, Kim Taehyung. Within minutes of him stepping out of a private building, the entire world seemed to go into emergency mode. Social platforms exploded, his hashtag shot to global tops, and the public conversation completely changed. No one expected his arrival to happen so quickly, with no official schedule, no teaser, no warning. But it was precisely that, the suddenness, that made this phenomenon feel like the beginning of a new chapter in history. When those legendary red doors opened and Taehyung stepped out, the world stopped for a moment. His casual attire didn't diminish his charm in the slightest. In fact, it enhanced his aura of indescribable elegance. Netizens immediately flooded the comments with a phrase that has become today's unofficial slogan: "This isn't just a visual, this is a phenomenon." And indeed, the phenomenon was real. Not only fans, but even a number of top Korean celebrities are reportedly moving around in secret, trying to arrange a private meeting with Taehyung just to get a single photo. In the digital age where a single post can change one's fate, a photo with Taehyung can send someone's popularity soaring. He's not just an idol, but a global status symbol. Taehyung's domino effect is clear. A restaurant in South Korea he once visited trended again just because an old photo of him surfaced alongside his arrival in America. People lined up again, wanting to experience the atmosphere he once touched. This isn't just popularity, it's cultural power. In a video that's now viral, Taehyung is seen opening a door for someone. The simple gesture, which takes 2 seconds, was immediately praised. The world called him a true gentleman, a figure who remains humble despite being at the peak of global fame. And eyewitnesses who were present at the scene reported that the atmosphere around him changed drastically when he appeared. People who had been walking casually suddenly stopped, turned around, and took out their phones. It was as if an invisible magnet was drawing everyone's attention to one spot. Many say that Taehyung's aura is unlike any other celebrity, even his own peers. He possesses an unapproachable charm, mysterious, serene, and captivating. And today, New York witnessed just how true that reputation is. Fans who saw him immediately reported trembling, some even crying, even from afar. This wasn't the first time this phenomenon had occurred, but each time it happened, it felt like a small miracle happening all over again. The international media didn't sit idly by. Several major outlets immediately released flash coverage highlighting one thing: how one individual can move the world simply by being present. This wasn't ordinary fame. This was a global cultural force. Then a major rumor emerged. Taehyung's visit was said to be related to a major collaboration project with elite figures in the American entertainment industry. While there was no official statement yet, the rumor was enough to ignite the global entertainment world. And the rumor intensified after insiders revealed that the building he visited today was no ordinary place. It was said to be the location of a private meeting attended only by important figures from the global film and music industries. If true, this could be a major turning point in his international career. Meanwhile, BTS once again dominated global trends. While each member had a unique appeal, the spotlight today fell entirely on Taehyung. Many described him as someone who exuded a superstar aura without even stepping on stage. Fans, as usual, transformed into super sleuths. They analyzed his outfits, the locations he visited, the people he saw around him, all pieces of a puzzle to guess his next move. Even a small smile from Taehyung to someone off camera was enough to set the world on fire. Who was it? A producer? A global artist? A secret figure? The mystery added spice to the excitement of the day. The impact spread to various countries. South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, all recorded a spike in searches related to Taehyung. International fashion brands immediately associated him with the outfit he wore that day. What seemed like a simple outfit turned out to be a fantastic value, and within minutes, similar items were being snapped up by global fashion fans. What happened after sunset was far more powerful than anyone had anticipated. As the New York skyline transformed into a sea of purples and oranges, the city seemed to enter the second act of an unannounced show. The lights of the skyscrapers cast shadows on the fans who continued to arrive, as if they knew something bigger was waiting to happen. A Kpop news source near the scene reported that the atmosphere around the building where Taehyung had appeared earlier that afternoon showed no signs of abating. On the contrary, the number of fans had tripled. Even some foreign tourists, initially unaware of what was happening, stopped to ask what had sparked such a large crowd. And as soon as they heard the name Taehyung, everyone immediately understood why everyone seemed reluctant to leave their spots. It wasn't long before reporters began to appear, carrying professional cameras aimed at every vehicle stopped in front of the building. They hoped, maybe, just maybe, Taehyung would appear again. And when rumors circulated that he was still inside the building for another top-secret meeting, public anticipation immediately soared to a whole new level. Several insiders from the American music industry then provided additional information. They claimed that the meeting that night involved big names never before associated with Taehyung. There was even speculation that this might be a cross-genre collaboration, a fusion of music, film, fashion, and technology. It wasn't just a project, but a new platform that could change the face of the global entertainment industry. While these rumors have not been confirmed, if true, Taehyung's arrival in New York would be considered the beginning of something no K-pop idol has ever done before. Meanwhile, fans waiting outside began to witness something that further strengthened the theory that this was no ordinary visit. Black vehicles with tinted windows came and went non-stop, each with a tight security detail. Each time a car door opened, the crowd held its breath, but it wasn't Taehyung who stepped out. This, in turn, only added to the mystery and anticipation. Not only that, several building employees returning home from work claimed that certain floors were completely locked down that afternoon, something that rarely happens except for events involving very important guests. One of them even said in a trembling voice that he saw several well-known figures from the American film industry exiting a private elevator. If true, then the speculation of a major project seemed even more plausible. Meanwhile, the internet was in turmoil again. Fans around the world organized Taehyung Watch, a spontaneous movement in which tens of thousands of people tracked his every possible appearance in real time through public posts, stories, and even legally accessible street CCTV. Social media timelines transformed into global command centers, with new updates every second. Pop culture analysts said this phenomenon illustrated not only the extent of public attention, but also how Taehyung had become a global subject of interest not because of scandal, but because of his undeniable appeal and influence. Amid all the commotion, a grainy photo of someone who appeared to be Taehyung standing near a building window began circulating. No one could confirm whether it was him, but it was enough to set the internet ablaze again. Fans zoomed in on the image countless times, comparing silhouettes, postures, and even the shade of hair to confirm his identity. It was clear evidence of how a single figure could capture the imaginations of millions around the world. Just as many began to wonder if Taehyung was leaving or if he had already returned home by another route, a rumor emerged late that night from a staff member at a luxury Manhattan hotel. They claimed that someone who looked exactly like Taehyung had been seen entering the hotel's private lounge, surrounded by high-level security. The rumor grew even stronger after the lights on a private floor of the hotel suddenly went out, indicating that the room was being used for super elite VIP guests. As more and more pieces of information began to emerge, one conclusion became increasingly clear. Taehyung's arrival in New York was no ordinary visit. This was the beginning of something that would shake the global entertainment world. And tonight, which was turning out to be the busiest night in Kpop news history, the world waited with bated breath to see what would happen next.